Okay, I'm on the floor. I have some cardboard here. This is actually the canvas that I'm going to use for my Inspiration from the Greats first project, which is going to be Jackson Pollock. And I watched a documentary and a few things on Jackson Pollock. And a lot of people will say, he just drips paint, anybody can do it. But if you look at his paintings, what makes them so interesting is that they're so deep. It's just layer after layer after layer of dripped paint. Now he does it with his canvas on the floor, and he stands and drips from above. So that's what I'm going to do too, even though he uses gigantic canvases. And the largest one that I have is, can't see the whole thing, this one, I think it's like 20 by 24. And I've painted it because it was a used canvas. It was some ugly thing that I had painted before, but I painted over it with black gesso. So that's what I'm going to use. But right now, I just want to practice with some of the paints that I have to see which ones are going to drip and which ones are not going to drip. And he used brushes sometimes, but a lot of times he just used sticks. So I've got paint sticks. I have some weird things that I've made. This is a bunch of skewers, like taped together. Skewers with foam that I cut at the end. We'll see what that can do. Some old crappy brushes. Another little weird thing. And the paint that I'm going to use at this point, trying to get comfortable here, I have this, and Jackson Pollock used a lot of house paint. He would use all kinds of things. So I have this Valspar paint. I have several colors of it. There are those, I think $4.99 or $3.99 or $2.99, I don't know what they are, samples that you can buy at Lowe's. And I bought a lot of them a few years ago because I was painting furniture and different things like that. So I figured I'd dig that out first and give that a shot. I also have, because this is going to take a lot of paint, so I don't want to use, my little tubes of paint. I also have this Martha Stewart Silver Metallic paint. I have some Fine Touch acrylic paint. I love this color, but this may be too thick to use. But I don't know. Let's see. See what I can do, or what the paint's gonna do. So, okay. You know what? I don't think it's gonna do much, because this is pretty thick. I may have to go back to the hardware store and try to find, I don't know. That's pretty cool, and then he would throw it. Not like that, but, kind of like that. But he would sort of get it spinning in the air as he was pulling it out. And it was almost like he was drawing in the air. Yeah, there we go. Hey, we're moving now. Okay, so there's one idea. Let's see, let me use another one of these Valspars and try this little thingy. Yep. Some of this is so thick because it's so old. Oh, let's make a mess, Cyndi. Okay. Let's see what well, I can sling this around. Hey, that's kind of neat. I can see some possibilities with that. I hope you can see this. Whoa. Yeah, his whole thing is he knew how to throw the paint. People think this is easy, but it's not easy to get that paint to go where you want it to go. Anyway, okay, so there's a possibility there. Now let's try, I don't know, let's just try a sponge brush with this Martha Stewart paint, which is thinner, so it might drip better. Actually, let me try another paint stick with this. Oh yeah, that's nice. Now that's probably about the consistency that I'm going to need to really be able to, I hope you guys can see that, you know, to move around. Ooh, yeah, I like that. Okay, so that's good. And let's try this pink, which I would love it if this would work, but I don't know. I think it might be too thick. Yeah, this is pretty thick. You know, this is really a good deal on paint for $6.99, this much paint. It's pretty good. Okay. That's like some really thick paint. You know, this is why if I had like a really huge canvas, I could use something like this because I could throw it really far and make some cool things. But of course, I'm just working on a small canvas. And the funny thing is about that small canvas is that it's actually much bigger than I usually use. But, you know, you could also use this for different mark making. I did see him, I was watching a documentary, and he would actually touch the canvas at times. Most of the time he didn't. He was working above it. But on a few paintings that I saw, he was actually touching the canvas, doing some mark making. So we might give that a shot too. But anyway, I thought I would give you a little sneak peek of what I'm going to try to do. And I'm going to give you a little history on Jackson Pollock, just from what I've read and watched in videos, and I watched a documentary. And I'm going to try to do one of those really deep, deep paintings. So for the next couple weeks, I will work on getting the proper paint, and then I believe the 17th is when the video will go up, the first video will go up on Jackson Pollock. So, okay. Thanks. Peace.